Hi everyone, it's Nicole and I'm here to work on a Diamond Art Club diamond painting. So many books, so little time. 56 by 109. It has 53 colors. And the last time I kind of counted how many rows of sections like this that I have to do left. And it was 6. And this morning I took this and kind of went up the painting, you know, because that's kind of a section. And we've done 5. So literally this section is basically like the middle point, right? Because this will be 6 and I have 6 left. So that's pretty exciting. I'm right in the middle of this. So we're going to start with the V, which is 34, which is DMC 890. And there is a lot. There is a lot. So let's see if we can do some kind of damage with that. I'm going to use a pen that I made myself with clay. And we'll see if it's comfortable enough to do a whole bunch or if I'm going to... I still took out my other pen. I just want to use some of them. Like, why not? Why not? Okay, I had one that fell there, so I'll just pick it up. So, today's the 24th of May. Yesterday was my birthday. I didn't do much. I had the baby all day. She gets here at between 7:15 to 7:20. And they went home yesterday. My daughter usually comes in, picks her up and goes, but because it was my birthday, she stayed for maybe 15 minutes. And she has dogs that she has to go home and, you know, let out because they've been home all day waiting to go out, right? But she stayed like 10, 15 minutes and then went home. And I did not feel like cooking supper last night, so that's why I love meals done ahead of time. And I love making spaghetti sauce. And I made a spaghetti sauce sometime in May. I think it was the beginning of the month. And we froze a whole bunch because I make a huge pot. Like I make one of those big pots and I fill it right to the top. And then we're able to have tons of meals in the freezer. And days like yesterday where I was like, you know what? Had the baby all day. Didn't feel like doing, you know, supper at the end of it or during. And so I just took out a spaghetti sauce and that's what we ended up having yesterday. During the day, I was like, oh, maybe we should get Chinese food. And I'm like, no, we're really trying to make it so that we don't eat out at restaurants. And then Dave said after, well, he's like, well, it was your birthday. Like, we could have. I'm like, nope, spaghetti was fine. I had made carrot cake on Saturday. And so we had carrot cake for dessert. And then we watched the finale of Survivor. That was 3 hours, but I love Survivor, so no complaints from me. I'm just drinking my coffee now because it is only 8 o'clock. It is only 8 o'clock. It's 8:11 now. I got a little later start this morning. When Dave stays here, I get a little later start because he's in the kitchen, right? And even if I wouldn't have told him, oh, I got to film tomorrow, because I always ask him the night before, are you staying here tomorrow or going to work? Because he can work some days at home and some days at the office. And he's like, no, I've done all my days at the office. I can work from home. So I was like, okay, well, I have to start filming at 8 because I like to do this first thing in the morning. And then I can go upstairs and get other videos filmed. I don't know if I want to do a live this afternoon. I'm kind of thinking I do. I haven't planned it though, so like it's not, I haven't made like a scheduled stream or whatever, so maybe as soon as I'm done this, I should have done it last night. I think by the time I just finished everything last night, like I fell asleep while watching a YouTube video, so I was exhausted. I did. Yesterday, the baby was having trouble sleeping, so, which is not new. I think it's just still a little new here. She doesn't come every day, so it's not as if it's like a routine, you know, like I think it's gonna take longer for it to feel like a routine because she only comes 2 days 1 week and 3 the other. So, I mean, now she just waves bye-bye to her mom. Like, she's okay with her mom going. So that's making it easier. And she doesn't look like she's gonna cry, which was so sad when her mom would get here. She would like have that look like, oh my gosh, my mommy, she did come back for me, you know, like, oh, it was so sad. And she would have like tears in her eyes. Poor little, oh, it's so sad. But she doesn't, I mean, she's happy to see her mom, but it's not like, you know, scrambling to get off of me to go to her mom, which is good. You know, because that was making it hard on her mom too. She was crying too. So, but I think the sleeping thing, she's still not comfortable. So what I did yesterday was I went and first thing in the morning, it was only like 9:45, we went for a walk because it was gonna be blistering hot. I'm like, I don't want to walk in that heat. Well, by the afternoon, it was cloudy, right? So it was still warm, but at least you don't have the sun on you. So I'm like, you know what? For her nap, I'm gonna go for a walk again. So I ended up walking 7.5 kilometers yesterday for the first time, 3.5 the second time. Well, the joke was on me because on the way back, the clouds went away and I was right in the sun. And for her, what I do is, well, first of all, I got her a bug netting, and I got one that just is not like, just fits, you know what I mean? Like you just throw it on. It has like little wire stuff. So then what I do is I attach a blanket where the sun is. I leave like a hole so that the air can come in, but I kind of block the sun because I don't want her to burn, right? Because let me tell you, one of my shoulders yesterday, and it's the shoulder where, you know, on the way back, like I said, the clouds went away. And I had a sleeveless t-shirt. So yeah, I got a little bit of sun there on that one shoulder, which is fine. I just put cream on it last night and didn't hurt or anything. It's just I went to do my face routine, you know, like washing my face. I have Dime facial products, so I do that. I just turned 58 yesterday, so I gotta make sure to take care of my skin. So, you know what? The V's, oh, it's this side that it's worse than this side. This side, I think I got them all on the top and the bottom. And it's funny because one day Mason was, I mean, he's 11, right? And he's a bigger kid, so I think he's advancing faster than kids his age. So he's starting to have like blackheads on his nose and stuff, and he was like, I hate those. And I said, well, you got to clean your face, and I said, well, I'll tell you what, I mean, I won't buy him Dime products, you know what I mean, I'll get him some stuff for teenagers or whatever. I said, but you do it here with me and you show me that you'll do it, because I don't want to buy stuff and then it, goes bad because he hasn't used it. So every time he comes over, he goes, Nammy, we got to do skincare when it's time for bed. So he does it, and I just, and it's funny because the cleaning solution, that's just like, basically like, it looks like water, and you put it on a white poofy thing, and you clean your face, and he goes, oh my gosh, is that how dirty my face is? I said, yeah, that's why you're getting blackheads. That's why you need to, see, he does a lot of sports, so he sweats a lot, right? So I think I'll get him, I found some stuff on Amazon there, like between the two, I think might be, I'll just get him 2 products, a cleaner and then like something like a cream to put on his face for after to replenish. And I think it's going to be like maybe $30 altogether. So I'll get him that. And he can take care of his skin. Like I said, to him, it's because it's blackheads and he does not like it at all. Okay, I just made my coffee, so if you hear glub, 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 I want to drink it before, it's cold. Now for my coffee, I used to buy those cans at Costco, like the whipping cream. It's very plasticky, right? So what I started doing, because they got out of control, like the price, like everything else, right? So I'm like, you know what? I'm not buying that anymore. Nope. So we buy whipping cream anyway, because a lot of times we'll put whipping cream in our coffee, and I need whipping cream for recipes, right? So what I do is usually like on Mondays, I'll go and I'll make about a cup of whipping cream, and I put a little bit of vanilla in it, a little bit of cane sugar, and that's my whipping cream for the week. It lasts about, I used the rest of it this morning, so 4 or 5 days. And then I'll go 2-3 days without anything in my coffee, except for cream and stuff. But it's like a little treat, and it's way cheaper, so I'm gonna keep doing that. It takes me literally 5 minutes to get it ready, and it's about more than half the price. And I'm not drinking or using it as much because it's not, I have to make it, and I'm like, okay, well, I'm gonna make it once a week. So, and I'm trying to just drink 1 coffee a day. 1 coffee a day now. It was almost time to refill this, and I look, and the next color was the one that was closest to me. So I'm like, I don't want to pick that up and put it on by accident. Okay, I'm looking for my little tray where I can put the bad ones, but I'll just put it on this sheet because I can't find it and I don't want to waste time looking for it. So then at the end of the session, I can just take that and dump it out, because otherwise I'll find diamond painting or diamonds for, 4 or 5 days after. Even though I clean it right away, I still find a whole bunch. So this way, I still find some, but it's not as bad because they're contained. I put them all in one area and then I chuck them. So the winner of Survivor, I was really happy. I liked all the contestants that were left. So I was like, doesn't really matter to me which one wins. I think I mentioned that in the last one, is like these shows, they used to have almost like villains, you know, and I don't know if they're doing a better job or they've realized that people don't necessarily like those villains, right? I guess sometimes it makes it interesting. I don't know. But there was no villains. So I liked who won. I won't say because no spoilers in case you haven't watched it yet. So that was good. I don't like to wait too long before watching, you know, because then I get spoiled on who won. And oh my gosh, I can't believe, like, it's the end of the season. Like, season finales are starting. I'm like, what? Like, what? No way. So, after this too, I have to go and put my plants, like my tomato plants and peppers, I'm putting them on the deck because I'm hardening them off. Because, like, we're the 24th of May, so within a week or so, I should be able to start planting them out. And my beds are ready. Oh, I'm so happy. I'm so happy. I'm so happy. Like, we just have to put like soil in a couple of them, but that won't take long. Like, we have the soil here. We just gotta put it in, get them ready, and then we'll be ready to go, So there. Okay. And what am I reading? I just finished The Catch last night by Amy Lee, which I gotta move my chair in. I think I'm too far out and my legs are starting to hurt already. And it's only been like 20 minutes. So I finished that last night. I thought I was gonna finish it the day before, but I'm telling you, with the baby, there's even reading I can't do, right? And by the time that she goes home and I'm exhausted, so I don't do much. I watch videos because my brain is tired. She's good. I'm just not young anymore. And watching an 11-month-old, or, oh my gosh, no, 13 months old. Oh, she's gonna be 13 months in 3 days. Ah, that's insane. That's insane. So, can't believe it. And every day she just changes so much, you know. There's new stuff she can do, you know, like, I'm, you know what, it's not easy, you know, because I'm not 30 anymore, or in my 20s, you know. With Josh, I was in my 30s, but with the others, I was in my 20s. But I am so glad that I'm physically capable to do this, and that, you know, I'm home now. Like, when Mason was little, I worked full time, and it was not an easy job. So yes, I was working 4 days on, 5 days off, but my 5 days off, I was just not emotionally, you know, stable, if you will, to be able to do that. Like, I just felt exhausted all the time. So I just couldn't. I mean, we still saw him a lot, but I just couldn't do what I was doing, what I'm doing now, you know. Like last summer, we had him quite a bit, right? But I was, again, just good with it because I'm in a good place now, you know. So Oh, and I mentioned that, but my friend retired from Medic Center, and I went to a retirement party, and I was like, oh my gosh, I can't believe we saw, there was so many people there that are no longer there and that we worked with for years. It was so good. It was so good to see everybody. We're like, oh, we got to do something together, like have a get together. And it was so nice to see everybody. So nice. Oh, let's go back to the book. So I finished The Catch, which ended up being a 4.25 stars for me. Like, I really enjoyed it. I really liked that. Like, it was fake dating, but there was none of this, oh, I don't want to tell them how I feel. So, all this misunderstanding. I can't understand that, Like, I still read books that have that, but in my head, I'm going, man, just talk to each other, You're adults. And there was none of that. None of that. They were really kind of, open and I mean, there's always like a conflict, right? And it made sense, like and I love the way they made it end, or she made it end, and I just really liked it. I don't think nowadays, I don't think I could give a romance a 5 star. Have I given a romance a 5 stars lately? I don't think so. Usually it's a 4 stars. This was, it can be a 4 stars. It's the highest, right? This one was a 4.25. And with Storygraph, you can do the 1/4 inch, the 1/2 inch, the 3/4. You know what I mean? I love that. Love, love, love that. I still update both Goodreads and Storygraph just because I'm like, Storygraph is pretty new. Like, what if they go away or something? And then all my stuff will be not recorded. Goodreads has been around for forever, right? So, but I'm doing both. It takes me seconds. When I update one, I update the other, and that's all there is to it. It takes me 2 seconds. And of course, I have a folder for all my reading stuff, so they're in the same folder, so it's like boom, boom, done, right? So I'm gonna just keep both of them going. I like Storygraphs because it has like graphs and has more like more information, if you will, right? And I'm a scrapbooker, so I'm going to, scrap that at some point. So all those is very useful for me. Okay. I have a reading journal, but I use it, but not like a lot of people that do reading journals out there. And I'm like, next year, do I want to do a reading journal where I update it every month, like make monthly spreads? I don't know if that's feasible for me or not. We'll see. We will see if that's, I could do maybe a month or 2 and then say, this is for me, or no, it's not for me, or whatever. So I can always try it. Can always try it. Okay. And I started reading, and I read like 4 pages. That's it. I just started this morning, and then it was time to get up. The Prisoner's Throne by Holly Black, which is like the end of a duology. So yay. When I finish that, I'll have finished another series. And then the next one I'm also going to read is going to be Steel Striker. What I decided is The Prisoner's Throne. I still have it for 16 days. So I'm going to read, the chapters are pretty long, but I have to make it so I can read it in 16 days. And there's 25 chapters. So there's 9 days. I figured all this out this morning. There's 9 days that I have to read 2 chapters. And some chapters are long and some chapters are shorter. So the days that the chapters are shorter, I'm going to read 2. And I figured out that I have to do that, like read 2 for 9 days in order to finish in 16 days. And, you know, if I finish it in June, I don't care. I don't have to finish it in May. That's fine, because I want Steel Striker to be the #1 book I read. So today, this afternoon, when I take a break, I'm going to start Steel Striker. And see, now I'm like, oh, why don't you start Steel Striker while you were reading The Catch? Because now you have to start, you know, with a new book. So, not my favorite. Although it is, again, it's a duology and it's the end of it. So at least I'm already involved in the story, right? Because Sky Hunter was the first book, and I don't want to let too much time go in between the 2 books so I forget. So I'm going to start it this afternoon. Hopefully read maybe 75 pages. 100 pages would be ideal, but 75 pages would be good too. And then 1 chapter out of The Prisoner's Throne. That's my goal for today for that. And I have to go upstairs and film 2 or 3 videos. It's going to be probably closer to 10 when I get up there today, because I was a few minutes late coming out of the bedroom and stuff and getting set up. So yeah, it'll probably be closer to 10. And I don't know if I want to go for my walk before I do the live or after. Probably after, because I won't have time before. If I try to make it before, it's not going to work. I can go at 3. It's going to be really hot, but I'll bring a water bottle. So my goal this year is to walk at least 20 kilometers a week. So whether I do that in 3 sessions or 4 sessions or, 5 times or whatever, I have to do at least 15 to 20 a week. And I'm doing a range of 15 to 20 because, like Dave said, like, what if it's a week that there's a lot of rain? Like, what are you going to do? And that means that, let's see, if there's only 3 days that it doesn't rain, well, I can do 3 days of 5 kilometers every day. You know what I mean? And then I get my 15. So if I do 15 to 20, all these apps that says, walk this much every day and see how fast you can lose weight or whatever. I'm like, why do I have to pay? Like, just tell me, please. But I'm just going to do that and see. Usually, when we walk, I wasn't as, particular. I'm just looking to see if there's any V left. I had missed one, so let's make sure here. Wasn't as particular, I want to walk this many kilometers a week or whatever. So I'm hoping that I can, lose a few pounds and and go from there. So now we're gonna do teas. I think once we finish that, it's gonna be like, oh, it's gonna feel like the thing is almost done, right? It's gonna feel, I feel like I'm close today. Let's move out a little bit. There. 30 minutes in, let's move it out just a little bit. Okay. So I just kind of got a little scare there a few weeks ago. I got super, super dizzy, and like my hands and my feet were like always like, felt like they were numb. And that can be like poor circulation and, like maybe pre-diabetic or something like that. And the best way to fix that is to lose weight, right? I am going to make a doctor's appointment and get my blood tested and all that, but I know for a fact that, losing weight will, I don't want to go on any medications for sure. So I'm gonna take the matters into my own hands right now and kind of, lose a little bit of weight. So I think I've lost 5 pounds up to now. And that's since I start watching the baby too. I think just the activity with her, just being busy with a 1-year-old. We'll keep going. And last year I was so disgusted with myself with how little we walked. And I said to Dave, I said, we cannot do that this year. We have to make sure that we walk a lot. And I'm happy we started kind of early. I mean, we started in March. We didn't walk a lot. Like we might have walked 5 or 6 times in March, And then in April, we probably watched that too, 5 or 6 times, maybe a little bit more. And then in May, well, last week I did 34 kilometers. I walked 7 days out of 7 days. And this week, I think, I didn't walk one day. I wasn't feeling that great one day. I wasn't sick, but I just wasn't, some days you just, ugh. And as long as I don't do that too often, then I'll be okay, right? And this week it's only been one day that I did that. I don't feel like it. And it wasn't yesterday, it was the day before. I didn't go walking. It was kind of raining off and on too, and it's like, am I gonna go out and get caught in the rain? And so you know what? I did go walking that day. I went with Dave that night. I didn't go with the baby. But Dave and I would start feeling better by the end of the evening. And we did. We walked 4K. So what? I just remembered that. I didn't end up going with the baby, but I went with Dave at the end of the day. Woohoo. Okay, so I haven't missed a day this week yet then. Haha. So that's awesome. And what I do is in my planner every day, there's a habit tracker. And every day I'm coloring it in. It's a little circle. And in the circle, I write how far I walked. So that's how I know last week I walked 34 kilometers. So yesterday, 7.5 kilometers, that boosted up my, that's like 2 days walk. Because either 3.5 is our lowest that we do. And then we do a 4, and then we do a 5. And this weekend, we're gonna do the whole 7 kilometers. We go right at the end of our road here, and that's 7 kilometers. And last year, that's how bad we didn't walk. We didn't do that once. And I'm like, that's not happening this year. We are doing the 7. And Dave said he'd like to do like a big hike. A few years ago, I think in 2017 maybe, 2018, I have to go check because I did scrapbooking layouts with it. But we walked 42 kilometers in one day. We left at 9 o'clock in the morning in one community, and we ended up in another community, which was 40 some kilometers away. And then Katie came and picked us up and drove us to the first, where we dropped off our car. We got there, it was 4:45. So, and what we did was we started an audiobook and we listened to the audiobook for the whole time, and we didn't stop. We had brought water, snack. We just ate while we were eating and stuff. It was a good day. Like, that was fun. I could do that again. I could totally do that again. Might want to do it, maybe a different one, or I don't know. I don't know how many of those are around here. But that was fun. Fun. Okay. I think this weekend too, we're gonna try and book a couple, camping weekends or stuff. So we're gonna try and do that. We're gonna do that. And what else do we want to do this weekend? I think we want to finish working on that tent trailer that we want to put up for sale. Get that done. Finish the garden beds. Oh, and I want to wash. I washed her stroller because we got it on Facebook Marketplace. But I want to take like the hose to it too and just like really give it a good, I disinfected it, but I can't take the material off and, stick it in the washer, which I took my soap to it and I, like I said, put like an hour on it to get it cleaned up. But I think if I take the power wash and just really go at it, I'll feel better. I'll feel better about it. So we'll do that this weekend. We want to wash the siding on our house, but I don't think that's going to be this weekend. I think the tent trailer and finishing the garden beds, I think that's going to be pretty much everything we can do. And then next weekend, maybe we can do that. And then we want to take everything out of our garage and reorganize everything. And we got some stuff that we can put on the wall, like some pegboards and stuff. So that's like laying everywhere. And as soon as we put that up on the wall, then, you can put stuff up with that. But right now it's in the way. And then we have a ride-on mower and we have, what I mean? Like, there's just so many other things in there. We used to be able to park our SUV in there. No more. We saw our old SUV that we sold in 2020. It's still going. It's like 2009 and it looks good. I love that SUV. I really did. And when we were going to sell a vehicle, we were like, do we sell the car or do we sell the SUV? And it's like, well, the car's cheaper on gas. The SUV wasn't that much more, but it was considerable more. So We kept the car, but now it's like I see the SUV and I'm like, oh, it's still going. And the car was 4 years newer too, right? So it was like, okay, well, we'll get maybe more out of it, but it's still going. Because here, I know some places your license plate goes with you. Here, the license plate goes with the vehicle. So that's how we know for sure that it's our old vehicle, because the license plate. Whew, I had to take my sweater off because, whew, she warm. Okay. We'll finish the teas. And then, I don't think there's any more green. Oh, yes, there is. So, you know what? We'll finish the greens. We'll finish the greens. So next time, if I don't finish this time, next time I won't have any greens to do. None whatsoever. So, here. Okay, that is good. Oof, I don't have a lot of these left. Hopefully, there's more. Hopefully I have more, because I see under, you know, under this, I see more teas. And this might finish this for sure. I'll have to go check before I continue. And refill this one. I think the 310s need a refill too. I thought I had refilled all the ones that I needed to, but you know what? I have done a lot with the teas though. So maybe since, or if there was enough, I was like, oh, I don't want to open a new package when it's already at, you know, 3/4 or whatever. Because then, I mean, I do tape it, but it's still an open package. It's so satisfying when you finish something like that, right? It's gonna almost finish this entire section. As you can tell, I'm all over the place. Like, I don't start one area and then meticulously go through it. It's like, however I am doing this, or when I put up my head and I look, that's where I go. Okay. And I want to start reading Chain of Gold too. I was hoping to finish it in May, but we're May 24th. So I'm thinking, no, that book is 600 pages. So that would mean that I would have to read 100 pages a day for the rest of the month, and that's not happening. I have to read Steel Striker because it's a library book. And I have to, oh, shoot. I have to bring it back. Okay, I'm glad not a lot came out, just a few. And it's all right here. I'm gonna put them back, since I don't even know if there is more. I'm gonna make sure I get them all. If I am out, I'm gonna email Diamond Art Club and let them know that I didn't have enough. But like I said, as soon as I'm done this, I'm gonna go check. Hopefully there's another bag. I know there's not a lot. Like, my package is definitely getting really thin. You know what I mean? Like, even when I went, I was like, ooh, that's not a lot for still having half the diamond painting to do. And when I did that, it was probably 2 things ago, like 2 rows ago. So I was like, oof, I hope I have enough. And I know certain colors, there's not as much. And who knows, like maybe coming further down, there's no teas as much, right? Well, we'll see. We're just about done with the teas. Yeah, so I haven't been in the Shadow Hunter world in forever, so I'm looking forward to it. But I'm hoping to read Steel Striker in 5 days at the most. It's 400 pages. So if I make it my primary book and I read 75 to 100 pages a day, which is normally how many pages I read. And that's why I don't understand. It feels like I'm not... Okay, we're doing 28, which is the Y, which is DMC 797. I feel like I should... Oh, I was going to do the green. Oh, well. I feel like I'm not... I don't know, getting as many book reads as I want. I think part of that, again, is because I'm reading thicker books. I don't know. Don't know. Okay. And that's why this time I want to start The Prisoner's Throne, even though my main book is going to be Steel Striker, because if I just read 1 chapter a day and Steel Striker takes me 4 days, 5 days to read, I'll be, well, depending if the chapter's short or long, I'll be 6 or 7 chapters in, because I think when I was looking, there was a few chapters at the beginning that were only like 5 pages long. Well, in that case, you know, I'm going to read 2 chapters. I'm going to try and read at least 25 pages a day in that one. At least. So by the time I'm done, Steel Striker, I'll be invested in this book, hopefully. And then I'll read it. Because it's only like 359 pages. So if I have the first 100 pages done in the first 5 days, then I'll only have like 250 pages left. And I can do that maybe in like 3 days, right? 2 to 3 days, because it depends. Because if I do like 100 pages and then the next day it gets really good, I can easily read 150 pages. You know what I mean? Or I can say, oh, today I'm going to read 125 and tomorrow I'll read 125 and then I'll be done. I'll be done. So I'm pretty sure these 2 books here are going to take the rest of the month, like 6 days, right? Because one is going to be 4 or 5 days. There's 7 days left. And then the other one will take me the rest. So definitely won't be reading Chain of Gold in May. It's okay. That'll be my first book of June. I think for June, I'm just going to read 2 library books. I usually read 8 books a month. So, and then 6 will be from my library. And I think that's how I'm going to do it for the rest of the month. Because when I counted, I only read 8 from my private library. And I'm at 43 books. So, you know, almost 40 books from the library. That's too much. I want to read the books from my library now. So do an average of 2. So I could put more books on hold right now, and I'm like, nope, I'm just gonna go with what I have. I think 2 are gonna become available in June. So those are the 2 I'm gonna read, but they're long. I'm gonna do this, and it's DMC 904. One of them is almost 700 pages long, and the other one is almost 500 pages long. So it's like, yes, I'm only gonna read 2, but man alive, they're huge. So I'll have to make sure to try and choose smaller books from my collection. I've been meaning to read The Last Apothecary forever, since January, and I haven't done it. So I'm going to, that's only 300 pages, so that'd be a good one to read. And there's another one, Twice Shy, I think. That's only 300. And both of those are from my own library, so that'll get 2 of them going. Of course, Chain of Gold, which is a huge one. If I can start it in May, I definitely will, you know, but I don't think, unless Steel Striker is like, whoa, and I gotta listen to it the whole, you know, all the time. And I'm still reading The Shadow Rising, and that's an audiobook. And I think I am 36% in now, which is pretty good. I'm trucking along. I still don't think I'll have it done before the end of May, unless I do a lot of walking by myself. Like yesterday, 7K, I was able to get a lot, you know, quite a few hours listened to, because I listened to 1.75 speed. So I got quite a few chapters listened to yesterday. Okay, I think we'll do that one, so then it'll be done. Let me see, that's number 20, which is DMC 640. How are we doing on time? Okay, I think I still have close to half an hour. Close to half an hour. So I don't know if I'll be able to finish this today, because the last time, I mean, I had like 15 minutes left, and I'm like, should I do, you know, start the other one or just wait? And I was like, no, I'll just do the 15 minutes and see how much I can get in there. And I got all the 310s, and I love that because it kind of divides everything, and you can kind of say, okay, you know, I want to finish this section today or this section, and it kind of defines the areas, and I love that. But I feel like I got quite a bit done today, right? Like, I don't know how much more I'll get done after this, but I'm kind of thinking it's going to be pretty darn close to being done. I think so. Yeah, and I want to finish, you know, close to 9:30, because then I have to go make a banner on Canva and then post, you know, schedule a stream on YouTube. Yeah. Okay, I think that's it for that. Let's make sure Oh, you know what? Would that be considered part of that one? I think so, eh? Yeah, we'll consider that part of that one. Just because I want to make sure that I finish this today. So let's do that sign, which is 49, which is DMC 372. There's a few, so, and I'm going to start up there so I don't forget these up here. Don't want to forget these up here. Okay, I'm not going to do the other ones because I didn't want to do that. And I'm a little bit more conscious because sometimes I go through this and I'm like, oh, why did you do that? Because now it doesn't stick as well, which it's not so bad right now because I am working on it twice a week. So it's not staying, you know, maybe somewhat exposed, you know, for too long. Like I worked on this. When did I work on this? When did I have the baby this week? So I worked on this on Tuesday and today's Friday. So it's not too bad. It's not like before where it was like literally months before I would pick it up again. I have to say, I'm pretty happy that I'm, if you will, forcing myself to do this. I have to say, like, they're not the most popular of my videos on YouTube, and that's okay. That's okay because this is fun to me, and I just get to do this and chat, and it's kind of, I think if I didn't say, okay, well, it's going to be a video on YouTube, I probably wouldn't do it because I just have so many other things to do that I'm like, you know what? This way, I kind of force myself to do it, right? Okay. These squares feel bigger than the other squares. I don't know, maybe because they're all white. Like the ones next to it is whitish too, so it just feels like super big. Okay. Okay, that's good. Should I do the other light one? I think I will. And what's that? That's 21. 21. And that's DMC. Ooh, there's not a lot of that one too. 642. I should put the two colors that I really want to check if I have any more. What I did last time is I kind of just did all the colors. Like I said, there wasn't a lot of diamonds, so I was like, oh, well, I'll just do a few. And then when I looked at the package, I'm like, well, there's not really that many to even check. So I just did everything. So I'll probably do that this time too. I think if we finish at 9:30, I'll still have time to do that and the banner and still be upstairs by 10. Okay, wouldn't mind having time to have a little bite before my live because I didn't the last time and I was starving. By the time the live finished, I was like, oh my goodness, I have to make sure to eat. And I think it's because too, I went for the walk before, and the walk really makes me really want to eat and drink lots of water. I've been really good at making sure whether I drink the amount I'm supposed to. I think it's 72 ounces or something, or 80 ounces, which I have a Stanley cup that is 40 ounces. So, and I feel like I fill that up once or twice a day, but that's not, you know, if I'm upstairs, then I'm drinking out of my cup upstairs, and that's a 20 ounce. And usually I'll polish that off too. And if I come in from a walk, or if I go for a walk, I bring a bottle. I'm not going to bring a 40 ounce, you know what I mean, cup. So I bring a bottle, and that probably has a 20 ounce capacity, if not more. And I polish that off too on my walk. So it must be pretty darn close. And yesterday I drank 2 of those. And then when I got home, I drank, you know, some more water. So I'm thinking I probably do drink the amount that I'm supposed to. I stopped drinking pop. That was another big change. And I have a soda stream, but we ran out of CO2 and we just keep forgetting to get more. Now, I went on Facebook Marketplace because what I did was when Josh left, I gave him a soda stream and I gave him my bottle. And because it was full. And now I just have the one, where before, as soon as one would be empty, you know, I would try to refill. But anyway, I was looking on Facebook Marketplace to maybe see if I could find, you know, just a refill bottle or whatever for sale, like someone that was getting rid of it. And I found a refill place that's only $11.99 instead of $20 plus tax. And so we're gonna go get that refill there. $8 is $8 plus tax is, you know, whatever you can do to save a few dollars, right? So we'll do that. There's a fruit stand, fruit and veggie store, I guess, not a stand. Anyway, they have all kinds of sales like that. Like the other day, it was like 8 flats of 1 pound of strawberries for $8 or $10. And it's like, so we went, I think we've gotten 2 or 3 up to now. And we eat some fresh, and then I freeze the rest for smoothies or strawberry rhubarb pies or, you know, whatever. Uh-oh, what was I doing? I think it was this one, yeah. Whatever, you know, we feel like using them in. So what should I do? Maybe do some of those. Let's do the arrow down. It's gonna feel really quick right now because everything is just a few things. And that's DMC 814. 814. And we'll just do the ones that are here. Should I? There's not a lot there. Not a lot. There's a little bit more than I thought. I did 2 there. That's okay. We'll get it next time. Just feel like there's not a lot on this side. So instead of changing the colors so quickly, at least I get to put a few down before changing the color. I thought there was more on this side than that, like right here. So I think I will do a few. Not too much, but I'll do a few. One fell off, and believe me, I don't have a lot of those left, so gotta make sure to preserve those with my life. I got to put the tomatoes out too. Today I think I'm going to do 2 hours. I've been doing an hour now for a week or so. So it's to get them ready for the UV, you know. So today I think I'm going to do 2 hours. So I'm going to go upstairs and film for a couple of hours, and then I'll come and put them in. And then I'll take care of them. Okay, so now let's do this. What is that? That is 16, which is DMC 498. Let's do all the pinks. I think I have time. I think I have time to finish this, to tell you the truth. I still have 17 minutes. Ooh, another thing. I am watching Bridgerton. Well, I finished. It was only 4 episodes. I'm like, you make us wait 2 years and there's only 4 episodes? Come on. Come on. But I guess the second part is coming out June 16th, I think, which is not a long wait, but I think House of Dragon is coming out on June 16th too. I don't know if we'll watch it right away, or we have quite a few things we have to watch on our PVR, and they just announced that stuff will just be on there for 60 days now. It's like, what? So that means like you have to watch stuff like pretty quickly. So now we're doing, this is container 18, DMC 600. So we have to make sure to watch those things pretty quickly. And who knows, we might change our internet provider if we, oh shoot, oh well. If we can get it cheaper. I said shoot because right here I could have done, but that's okay. I'll do this because it's right next to the other, but it's still like it's this one underneath this one. But since I have this one open, see, I don't think there's even any more of this sign all the way here, so it's a good thing that I do it now. Okay, let's do N. N is 15, which is DMC 414. So it's following Bridgerton, it's following Colin and Penelope. I've read all the books. I've read all the books, but it's been long enough that I don't remember. And anyway, I don't think they follow too closely anyway, somewhat, but not too closely. And I've always loved Penelope and Colin. So it's really, I'm enjoying it. And usually I binge watch them, right? Like I'll be like, I would have watched all 4 in one night, but I contain myself. I only watched 2 episodes one night, 1 the other, and I finished the last episode last night. And I loved it. And I may watch it again, or maybe I can start it over from the beginning. Maybe I can do that. Like watch season 1 and 2 in anticipation, you know, for the last one or the new release. So that was 15. Now, there is one L, one lonely L. Let's just get it done. 51, which is DMC 3799. Nope, that's not going to work. Fell off, but that's okay. Okay, what should I do? Let's do S, because I see a lot of it. That's 45. 45. And that is DMC 976. It's a yellow. I tried to remember to put the cover on because I've knocked it over before, and then it takes me like 10, 15 minutes to pick it up. And I just don't have time for that today. Don't have time for that today. My days now when I don't have the baby are so full. Like I'm like, okay, I gotta film this, I gotta film that. You know, I have to clean this, I have to clean that. I still wanna do my walk because I've decided that that's a priority. I can't be like, oh, I can't go walking because I need to wash my toilet. You know what I mean? Or I want to read, or, you know, whatever. I'm making it a priority so that I do it. So I get at least 15 to 20 kilometers a week. If I do more, bonus. 15, 20 is the minimum, which I think I must be pretty darn close to that right now because we had 5 on Sunday. No, 5 on Monday, sorry. We didn't go Sunday, I took the day off. 5 on Monday. And Tuesday I did 4. And then Wednesday I did 4. Thursday I did 7.5. So yeah, I must be right there. It's okay. And now it's the weekend. 13. Sometimes I find the weekend is even harder to get the walking in. That's DMC 400, just because we're trying to fit so many things in. But again, we have to say, you know, yes, we want to get the trailer done. We want to get this done. We want to get that done. But walking has to be top priority. Okay, I am going to get this section done. I mean, this was a smaller one too, right? This was a smaller one too. The ends, this end I think is always the smaller one. So even though I only did like 10, 15 minutes in the last one, I still was able to finish this because it's so small. Okay, let's do X, and X is 43, and that is DMC, what is it? 938. 938. Now I'll have to check to see how long I have left until it's an hour and a half. I can't remember what time I started. Darn it. I don't think at 9:30 it's going to be an hour and a half. But I think for today, that'll be good. Just because I started late, so it's just going to have to do, you know. 32. We're going to do the 3 triangles, and that's 820. It'll just have to do. It might be an hour and 20 minutes instead of an hour and a half. That's okay. Some other days I did like an hour and 43 minutes, or, you know. Okay, oh my gosh. Is it time to reveal the next one? Is it time? I'm wondering. No, I'm gonna do that. I'm gonna put it away. That was 32. I might start with the blue, but I have to finish this side first before we reveal the next one. So we gotta do number 2, which is that AB. Thankfully, there's only a few. There's one here, one over here, and then there's one, I see it peeking. Oh, I guess there's 2. There's one here, I guess there's 3. Oh, come on. One here, and one here. Oh, So now, and how long do we have? We still have 8 minutes. I feel like I want to keep going for 8 minutes. So now we're going to do 27, which is number 9, which is DMC 796. And we're going to start the pocket watch here soon. Not today, but at least we'll get this done. And usually I start with 3 10s, but today we're going to start with number 9. If I finish the 9s, then maybe I can do the 3 10s. Maybe. We shall see. I just don't know what we're going to have for supper. Man, it's such a dilemma. Every day, it's like, what are we going to have for supper? I do have a lot of veggies cut up in the freezer. So maybe we can have that. And then we just have to figure out the meat, right? We can just figure out the meat and see. Another thing we're trying to do is kind of eat up, you know, what we have in the freezer, because again, prices of everything is just insane. So by eating up what you have, 1, you make sure that you use what you bought, but 2, then you can wait for sales and just, you know, kind of fill up. Like the other week we went and there was like cut off chicken and we got like, doesn't sound like much, but it was like 30 or between $30 and $40, but we got so many packages of chicken. Like for 2 people, we got chicken for a long time. So I hope that we can find like, you know, hamburger on sale like that, and, you know, whenever there's sales. And the best part about doing the vegetables the way I do them now is that inevitably there was always, like, even though we tried our hardest, you know, we'd still buy stuff at Costco. So a lot of times we'd lose like maybe 2 or 3 mushrooms or, you know, half a pepper or something like that. But now the way I do that is as soon as they come in, I cut them up and I stick them in the freezer, divided, you know, into meals. And it usually, with what we always bought, I can make between 7 and 8 meals. And they're all ready. And it's like, oh, what do we feel like doing? And, you know, one day I said, oh, well, we can have veggies. That was before he was used to me doing that. And he goes, oh, but that's so much work. And I'm like, no, they're already cut up and they're in the freezer. And he's like, oh, I said, all we have to do is cut up like maybe 5 baby potatoes. And that's it. That's all we have to do. And it was like, yes, we're doing that. We haven't had veggies. Oh, and we have corn that we have to eat today. So maybe we can do that. Corn, maybe chicken wings. I think that'd be good. Okay, that was number 9, right? What was number 9? Number 9 was 27. Just so I can put it back in the right container. 27, yes. Before I dip. 4 minutes. I don't think I'll do the 3 10s because there's too much, but I'll bring 32. Is that one of the ones that I put back? No, it's right here. So I'll do the 3 triangles, one on top of the other. So we'll finish that, and then that'll be that for today. It might take me a minute or 2 longer than 4 minutes, however long I have, 3 or 4 minutes. But then that'll be it. And yes, it didn't do much into this section, you know. So I still probably will need 2 sessions. That one has a burr on it to finish this one. But I got a little bit done. You know, 8 minutes is 8 minutes. That's what I found too, is like anything that you want done, right? If you put a timer on for 15 minutes and just start and just do 15 minutes. Or what I like to do too is like, I'm gonna pick up 10 things. I'm gonna pick up 10 things and then that's it. You know, like in my scrap room, let's say before I come downstairs, I'm gonna pick up 10 things. And then usually because I don't feel like doing any, right? And usually what happens is like, oh, well, these are all washies, so I'll just count them as one thing. And then I end up picking up a bunch of stuff and it took me maybe 5 minutes, right? And then it's like, okay, well, I feel good about this. And the same with, you know, the dishes. It always sometimes looks overwhelming. It's like, I'm gonna do 10 minutes and then I'll take a break and do something else, right? And it's like, wow, 10 minutes, I got them all done. So it wasn't as bad as what I thought, you know? Like right now, sometime today, the dishwasher's full. So we filled up the dishwasher last night and put it on. So now I have to empty it and just there's only like a few pots and pans and stuff to put in. So we'll do that probably after my walk. I would love for it to be done first thing in the morning, but it doesn't always happen, and that's fine. I kind of took my time today and, you know, read a little bit, watched a little bit of YouTube before getting up. Yesterday was my birthday and I didn't get to do that because the baby was here at 7:15, so. And I mean, I was still up at 8, but you know what? I finished that. What was Y? 28. I still have a couple minutes, so let's do it. Let's do it. Now I'll probably go over, but it's okay. It's okay. I won't have to do any blues when we start next time. Not that I don't like the blues, but it just feels good to finish like a color combo, like all the greens or all the blues. This one has a little burr, so we don't want that. But this will be the last one though, because I have to go look for the colors to see if I still have some more, because this would be a good time to email them if I'm out of a certain color so that it would have time to get to me, right? So it would have time to get to me. And it's a lifetime warranty, so, you know, and people buy too many. I don't mean like people buy too many, but I mean, like I have quite a few, so there's no way I can get them done in 30 days. You know what I mean? So it makes sense that it would last a little longer. So 28, the warranty, because you don't get to all of them right away. Okay, so that's it. So if you're new to my channel, don't forget to hit subscribe if you're enjoying these videos. If you wouldn't mind giving me a thumbs up, it helps my channel out and I would really appreciate it. Leave me a comment down below and I want to thank you so much for watching. Bye.